Before this actual video starts, I want to point out that since this is going to be one of the funnier videos that I make on my channel, if you don't want to hear some explicit light content, I suggest you click off the video because again, this is going to be for entertainment purposes only, so yes, you have been warned. Dreezy Squad, what's going on? It's your boy Dreezy coming to you with another prom video. This is going to be the part 2, the final part, unless someone else comes up with an idea for me. So, with that being said, this video is going to be my top 10 favorite moments from prom. Most of them are funny, so it's going to be like the top 10 funniest moments for me there. We're going to start off with 10, work our way down to my number 1 favorite, and again, just because it might be last or in the middle doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it or anything like that. I loved all of them, that I just kind of ranked them out. So without further ado, don't forget to drop a thumbs up, click that big red subscribe button down below. Yeah, let's get straight into the show. So coming out here with number 10. Number 10 I talked about in my video that came out the other day, talking about basically the rundown of prom, what happened, all that good stuff. Lane spilling punch all over. So basically, they had lemonade, water, and punch, okay? I give Lane my cup. He doesn't take my cup. He takes Sophie's cup on accident, refills that up. My cup is still empty, but he refills Sophie's cup up with punch. Why, I don't know. Then he brings it back to the table. You know, we have a little discussion, you know, like, what the hell you doing? You know, that was Sophie's glass, not my glass. And then he goes, oh, well, let me try a sip or something like that. So he sticks his neck out to be all fancy because, you know, he doesn't want to get all over his tux. Instead, what he does is he takes a drink, just spills out of his mouth somehow. Don't even know how, or it spilled out of the cup or something, but it just went all over the table. So now there's red shit all over the table. Yeah, so that was the start of the night. So yes, that is that. Now on to the ninth. The ninth thing was Joe Colum crowd surfing. So what happened here was, I also talked about this in my last video, but so what happened here was we were kind of like in a little gang, I guess you could say. It was me, Garrison, Christian, Joe Colum, and Dawson occasionally. And basically, you know, we were just having a good time, man. With Joe Colum being a freshman, being the youngest out of us, being the smallest, the shortest, the thinnest, you name it. We decided it'd be a good idea to throw him up in the air, make him crowd surf. There's not much to it other than we threw him up there, he went all of 10 feet, and then they made him stop. It wasn't really a crowd surf in a way, it was just kind of him up there, you know, bouncing up and down. I mean, it wasn't like he was like really moving far or anything like that, but again, he couldn't, and I'm going to explain why here in a part coming up fairly soon. So yeah, that was another funny part, was when Joe Colum was crowd surfing and then he got told to get down. And then coming in here at number 8 was when they threw the penguin up into the air. I mean, it's just giant ass freaking penguin from Madagascar, and I believe Jackson Twait brought it, not positive. But they threw it up into the crowd, he started hitting it around, and on the ceiling there's like 4, 5, 6 chandeliers hanging, you know, the fancy ones. I'm sure they were fake or whatever, but the penguin hit one or almost hit one or something like that. You just hear everyone go, ooh. So again, then we got in trouble with that crowd surf incident, and that was number 8. Coming in here at number 7. Number 7 here is Alex Hageman. You're going to hear him one more time throughout this as well. So one thing I'd like to point out is Al Hageman is probably the funniest kid at our school. Hands down funniest kid out there. Last year, you know, he just wants to have a good time. I'm pretty sure he got a cowboy hat from I don't remember who. You know, he had, not the undershirt on, but like the vest thing on, and other than that, it was just bearskin, you know, crap like that. And he was just having a good time, you know, he's wild, you know, he likes to have fun. But at this prom, okay, what he did was, there was a cup of water on a table nearby, and he walked over, picked it up, dumped it all over his face, all over his hair. He was walking into the pile, and again, it might not be that funny to you guys, but it is to me because I'm just picturing it in my head. And he walked into the crowd, and right as soon as like the drop of the song happens, he just starts going wild, you know, with his hair. He starts flinging it all over, and water's going everywhere, and that was really funny. Coming in here at number 6, we have Big Doss ripping his britches. Now, I don't know how this happened. I know he said something about how he sat down, and then he had just noticed it a little bit later on after he sat down. But when I say that he had a hole in his pants, I'm not talking, you know, like that big or, you know, maybe that big. I'm talking his whole ass cheek plus down to his kneecap was wide open. He had red boxer briefs on, I'm pretty sure. And he's just walking around chilling like he didn't care. And then eventually he changed. I don't know where he got like these dress short looking things, but he looked like one of them Irish men, okay? And now don't take that the wrong way, because I know that with to this day and age, you know, people are gonna take that the wrong way. But he looked hilarious. I can't describe it. I can't describe it, okay? But you know, he had his dress shoes on, some shorts, but he ripped the biggest freaking hole in the back of his pants. It was unbelievable. Like, I was completely amazed. Like, whoever he bought that from, I wouldn't pay, you know, to fix that shit, okay? I'd say, hey, you're selling crappy products that, you know, I literally sat down and stood up and my whole ass cheek ripped open. Whole ass cheek, pants, whatever, ripped open. Like, come on, okay? Coming in here at number 5, this is another Al moment. At the beginning of the dance, okay, I don't know if many of you guys saw this or not, but what had happened was there's a song playing and Al started doing this. Now before I show you guys what had happened, I'm just going to point out right now that this room is kind of a mess because when I film, there's going to be cords everywhere, you know, stuff like that. And not only that, today at baseball, I got drilled in the freaking foot 3 times by Al Hageman, and it's harder than hell to walk right now. So you're gonna see me doing this weird little limp thing, okay? Because this whole foot right here is swollen, and it hurts very bad. But without further ado, let's show you guys what he was doing. Okay, now I want you guys to just pretend here that these are human legs, all right? Just pretend that these are human legs. I'm probably gonna throw up some pictures right now. Human legs, okay? He was going like that throughout the entire, whatever, the whole dance floor, okay? He was doing that on his hands and knees. Everyone was dancing, you know. Music was playing in the background. He was just going through people's legs. That was it. So that was one of my favorite moments there. You know, just picturing it right now, it's hilarious. I can't reenact it very good because A, my foot hurts, and B, I don't have anyone else here to go through their legs, which sounds very weird, but you get the point. So back to the couch. Coming up here with number 4 now, we have one of my teachers. He's also going to appear in this video twice now, okay? He's a super chill teacher, super cool, whatever. Mr. Simmer. Before I actually say what happened, I should probably say that this place was hotter than hell, okay? Everyone's drenched in sweat. Hell, I sweated. I was sweating before I even got on the dance floor, okay? It was so hot in there. So I don't have the fan that he was using, okay? But it was one of those big freaking white ones, you know, I'm talking about like the square ones. And he was over by the door, you know, like to the music, like just going like that with the fan. And you know, he was doing like all these different dance moves. Funniest thing in the world, okay? Now, coming back up here into number 3, we have the Gert mosh pit. Now, what this here is Gert and I and Christian and Colum, we were just chilling, right? And the song comes on, I don't remember what song it was called. You know, Garrison was just hanging out with us, really, and then, you know, Al and Zach run over and they grab Gert by the arms, pull him into the center, and as the bass drop hit, everyone started going psycho. All hell erupted. It was basically a mosh pit almost, you know, like they're all jumping around him. He can't move, he's getting bumped into, everyone's circle formation around him. He can't do anything. Funniest thing in the world, especially being Gert. And I mean, just with it being Gertrude, it was freaking hilarious. So for those of you who were circled around him, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully you guys thought that was funny too, because I thought it was freaking hilarious. Like, he was getting bumped around and he couldn't do anything. He legit could not do anything. We're coming down to the final 2. The second one here, this was to end the night, okay? Austin Owens, party animal, okay? Now, what had happened here was we had all formed kind of like an oval, as you could say, okay? And in this oval, there was a chair, there was JR, and there was Austin. Now, JR was holding this chair, and Austin was getting all, you know, hyped, and he was getting ready to attempt to do a backflip off of this chair. Let's just put it this way, it did not go as planned, okay? So, you know, he's running up, he's doing all of his measurements, or whatever the hell it's called, and he goes up, and he went back, but he turned as if, you know, like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall, you know, like, so he's like this, lands on his knee, busts his knee open, and it's purple. And he goes over and he starts sitting on the chair, and you know, he's wheezing, he's making all these weird sounds and shit. Oh, just thinking about it, it was a good time. It was really a good time, okay? I'm not gonna lie with you, everything about that night was great. See, the things I should bring my vlog cameras to, you know? Coming up here at number 1, we have the return of the Simmer when he was dancing in the circle. He was the only teacher who danced there. You know, we all circled up, and this happened a few times with Austin Owens, but this being Mr. Simmer, I don't remember what song was playing, okay? But you know, like his dance moves, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know he did like the it was unbelievable. It was the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, that was probably the funniest thing out of prom, was Mr. Simmer dancing there in the center of everyone. Great time. So with all that stuff being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been a little different type of video, kind of a funnier one, more for entertaining. If you guys have any other prom video suggestions, let me know. But if you want to go check out the other video, link will be down in the description below, where I talked about my date Sophie, and then I talked about everyone at my table, basically what we all did, the dance, you know, shit like that. So with that being said, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Be sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the Dree Squad down below. Help me get to 800 by the first day of college, would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in my next video talking about playing as a college esports player. It's been your boy Dreezy. I'll see you guys later.